a quick two-part video to demonstrate how to remove the grip from the HS763 housing. We're going to use in the second video, we're going to use this puller that has a screw in it to pull the grip off. But first, we have to put some glides in, and the glides line up with these keyways that are in the case. And so a couple of things to point out here is that you're going to have to insert these underneath the grip, and in order to do that, you're going to insert them, well, you're going to run into this lip right here. So you're going to have to kind of push down a little bit, and then the top of the glide lined up with the split in the case will line you up with the key. And so I want to tell you this before we start doing this with the grip on, so that you can kind of see how this works out. You're going to want to get the first one started and then leave it and go to the other side with the second one, because when you go to the second side, if you've inserted the first one all the way in, it's going to kind of tug on the grip and make it harder to get the second one in. So that's the reason why I'm showing this part of it with the glides. So we'll move on to the second part on how to do the removal. Okay, part two. So with the screws removed, you can take this battery arm and you can spin it either direction to give you clearance to get the grip off. So you don't have to remove the handle in order to get the grip off. So I'm going to rotate this back up, and then like I had mentioned in the other video, you have to get these glides in. So I'm going to give this a little squeeze so it opens this up a little bit, and I'm going to start this glide in like I mentioned. Now I'm going to stop. Then I'm going to move to the other side. I'm going to do the same thing over here, and I'm going to get this one positioned like I mentioned, where the top is at the split. And I'm going to push that one in, and then I'm going to run these all the way in as far as they'll go till they drop off the lip, and they're essentially sitting in this position. Sorry, this position right here. Now I have this puller. It's just a screw. It's got a pad with a bearing on the end of it to go against the back of the case. I have to run this all the way back so that I'm flush like this to get it onto the gauge. So I take my gauge and I rotate to the side so I got clearance to get this off. I drop the puller down and I hook. You can see there's a little cutout here so that I can hook onto the puller or onto the glides on each side. I run this down, screw it so that the pad comes up against the back of the gauge. I want to hold it steady, so I'm going to keep my hand on it like so that when it's torquing from me twisting the screw, it doesn't want to twist the grip and twist the tool. So I've got a hold of it to steady it. Doesn't take a lot of force. Then I'm going to turn around and just start running the screw, and it is going to pull the grip off the back of the gauge. Pull it back. Once it's back, almost off, give it a little wiggle, it comes off. While I'm holding this in my hand, I'm going to run this screw back so that I get the grip off. One thing to keep in mind is don't try and take this out, because this cap, it'll just pull the cap off the end of the screw. So when you're trying to get it on, just don't go any deeper than flush back this way. And that's all it takes to get the grip off.